Can you hear us?
I believe we are live, Ivan, for the wash clay seal of the century.
Yes.
We have some sales to talk about. We have a wash clay seal to demo live, Ivan. You are in Omaha. It looks like I'm in Omaha too. What's going on?
Well, the magic of the internet. We took this picture before and then put it behind you. So yes, Nick is still in Salt Lake City. I'm in Omaha. Sylvia and I arrived yesterday, got the shop ready to film, and thought, while we're filming and everything is ready, why don't we bring your car in and do a live wash clay and seal, sorry. A live wash
Ivan,
clay
you and
seal.
I
There
do
we
these
go.
videos. Ivan, you and I do these videos all the time. But
Yeah.
folks are like, well, how long does it take one person? Because two people, it feels like it's much faster. We're going to demo that very shortly. We do have some housekeeping to get to. If you are in the chat right now, live on YouTube, we have a sale going on. We actually have two sales to tell you about.
Yes.
I'm partial to Incredible Suds.
Right.
And so I do want to let folks know that Ivan's over here touting Rinseless, you know, the sultan of the Rinseless wash game. You have 25% off during this entire live stream for Incredible Suds. So for my phone people out there, I want you to know, if you go to DIYDetailRightNow.com, you can get Incredible Suds for 25% off. However, Ivan, I'd like you to tell them about the other sale going on.
Yeah, so the other sale is a bundle sale. This one's going to be going on all week. So up until next Friday, it's available. But, you know, if you buy today, you get the Incredible Suds deal at the same time.
So it's on screen right now. If you could tell them how this all works.
Okay.
I know you can't see what I see, so I'm trying to be the magician.
I don't see what you see. So you have rinseless wash, you have ceramic gloss, you have the perforated synthetic decontamination towel, the legacy sponge, and Diva drying towels. Yes, we're unfortunately out of our drying towels, so now we have the Diva drying towel. Thanks to our friends at the House of Rags. And you'll see over the next couple of weeks, we'll be sneaking in a few House of Rags towels until we get our towels back in stock. So the guys at the House of Rags have been kind enough to allow us to use their towels. We do share the same warehouse, so it's, you know, a little easier that way. That being said, if you buy one of these items, you get 5% off. If you buy
so Ivan,
two,
real quick, I've shown the image of the bundle. Now we're going to show them what they see on the website. So as you explain this, it'll make a lot more sense. Okay. So again, the package Ivan's about to talk about, which is our sale bundle, is available if you click on the pinned comment in the live stream here. So I'm going to add to the page what it looks like on the website once you click there.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ivan's got the items in his hand. Folks, this is show business.
Yeah, there we go. So this is what you get. You get a 3-pack of these. You get one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. Now, when you're looking at the bundle on the website, if you only click one of the items, you're going to get 5% off. If you click 2 items, you get 10% off. Click 3 items, you get 15% off. Now, there's another little drag down menu you can look at. And that drag down menu, what it does is it allows you to choose for these two between a gallon and a 16 ounce. Yeah. Oh, and someone offline here. Just one second. Sylvie's trying to tell me something. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained.
All right, I will totally keep you entertained. I'm going to remove Ivan from the... Ivan's trying to do the show business thing, but he's blind. He's flying blind. So once again, if you click the link, and we're just waiting for folks to come online, because once we crank, you know Ivan's going to do this wash clay seal in like 10 minutes, right? So just some housekeeping items. We like the idea of making this a destination event. So 25% off Incredible Suds at DIYDetail.com right now, or what you see on your screen is ways to save on our mix and match wash clay and seal bundle. If you get 2 of these items, it's 5% off, 3 items, 10% off, and then the 4 items, it's 15% off. So if you're like, I want to get some of these items that Ivan's using, they're available. Yeah. Oh, he's sitting down now, folks.
I'm sitting down because, you know, just getting ready, relaxing a little bit beforehand.
Okay. All right, Ivan.
But at the same time, you can choose the ceramic gloss and the rinseless wash in gallons. And remember, when you get to that 150 mark, we include the shipping. So up until then, you're paying the shipping, but get it a little over that 150 mark, you got the shipping. And during these 2 hours that we're going to be doing the live, Incredible Suds is 25% off. That is the gallon and the 16-ounce bottle. So if you
X6M Ghost is saying, did someone say live demo? And that is exactly true. But we know this is live X6M Ghost, so we're gonna get to the demo in a second. but we
Yeah.
just like giving you guys amazing deals. So we figured maybe for the first 5 minutes or so, we would just let folks come online, say thank you for being here. I'm going to be in Omaha on Tuesday. Ivan is old school, so 3 days early is on time for him, so he always beats
Yeah.
me. And he's got the watch. Anyway, if you're wondering what's in the video today, it's all on sale. And then I want to throw in the Incredible Suds for 25% off, but that's only on sale during this live stream. So if you want some suds, get yourself some. All right, Jack Evans says, hi, all, starting to be a regular on these live streams. Neat to see some regulars on here too. Ivan, you're big on the idea of us building a community where we can all have fun and answer questions for each other.
Exactly. That is what we do here. DIY Detail was formed on the basis of providing education. And that's what we're wanting to do. Providing education is these live streams where you can ask us questions live. So you can ask us anything you want about what we're doing, or even any other part of detailing. If you have a question, Nick is reading through them on the comments. If he sees a question that piques his interest, he'll put it up on the screen. Now, if for some reason during this live stream we don't get to one of your questions, like any DIY detail video, you can go down to the comments. So not the chat, but the comments after the video is posted, and we'll be there to answer your questions.
Ivan, during this Wash, Clean, and Seal live demo, which we're about to commence, so just hold your horses, folks. We will be peppering the questions to you. I know you can't see what I see, so I'm going to throw the questions at you as they come in. Wyatt England says, is doing this panel by panel outside still as efficient as doing this inside a garage?
Yeah, it is. So doing it panel by panel might slow you down just a smidge, but not that much. And the only reason the panel by panel is going to slow you down is the rinsing part of it. Yes, we're rinsing. It is a rinseless wash. It's not a rinseless wash. It doesn't mean no rinsing. Nick, I think we got Sylvie got you some B-roll of this car. So
yeah, let's take a look at the B-roll.
Yeah, so there actually is dirt on this car. It's not as clean as it looks. The camera always makes stuff look so much cleaner. But
look at that. The bumper is nice and dirty, Ivan. I froze it right there on the plastic bumper, and it probably is as dirty kind of on the paint as well. You just don't see it because it's so glossy.
Right. So this car comes from a dealership. So thank you to Baxter Volkswagen and La Vista for loaning us this vehicle. It's been sitting on their lot for who knows how long. It's a 2023. It's not a new vehicle, and it's one of their.
Okay, gotcha. For some reason, I thought this was your Escape. That's how out of it I am today.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Because it was this red car. I'm like, oh, it's Ivan's Escape. He's selfishly using our YouTube channel to wash his car again. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you'll be washing my car, Nick.
Perfect.
Yeah, I got Jamie to wash the bus. So I mean, we saved you on the bus, but you've got the car to do when you get here on Wednesday. That being said, this is a Volkswagen Tiguan. It's not a Ford Escape. I know they're roughly the same color and they're a small SUV. So,
but it's not coded. It's not Ivan's baby. So it's a real life. Like, this is a car that's going to come into a detailer. We're setting the table. We're setting the scene. Whatever you want to say. The B-roll's off. We have about 101 people watching. How about when we get 10 people comment that they're ready for us to start this wash, clay, seal? We get it going. So comment below if you're ready for it, or if you want to ask us some more questions. Okay, Abdul Kadir05 says, can you ceramic coat in the cold and gloom?
So in the cold, no. It has to be at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius to do a coating in the cold. If not, you're going to have issues with the coating itself. It's not going to be as easy. It's not going to be as simple. And you might run into longevity issues with the coating.
Ivan, we're getting a lot of people saying, let's go. They're ready.
Let's go.
They want to time this. It's 9 minutes and 4 seconds. Maybe we start right at the 10-minute mark of this live. Last housekeeping item, okay, before we get started, Ivan. During this live stream only, so basically for the next hour, I don't think it's going to take you that long to do this, but for the next hour until 5 p.m. Eastern, you get 25% off Incredible Suds. We don't do 25% off very often, so that's a big deal. And that's me saying, if you don't like rinseless wash and you're a Suds person, I got you, okay? 25% off. And then last time I'll do this, it's not really probably the last time, but I'm going to put this out here. In the live chat, there's a pinned comment. It's a click here for our wash, clay, seal package. You can get the entire combo, and the more you buy, the more you save. All right, should we do this, Ivan?
Almost. We have more than likely. I'm making an assumption here because I'm not seeing the things. But Mike Kaufman, you're probably watching this. You're probably in the comments.
Oh,
if
Mike's
you
watching.
are, yeah, can you post because Nick doesn't have the time to do it, or one of you that's there, go to the DIY Detail Facebook group, post that there's a flash sale on our friend Incredible Suds. Go watch the video. You'll find out how to get it.
Perfect.
But
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know how quickly Facebook gets it, but Mike did ask Ivan, have you used that rinseless towel yet? Thoughts?
Rinseless towel. Remind me on what we're talking about there.
He
Oh,
may
the
be
Diva
talking about
rinseless towel.
the Diva rinseless
Yeah, the
towel,
Diva
our
rinseless
friends
towel.
at Thor.
No, this is going to be a first for me. So we'll find out.
Okay,
there we go.
Before we start, I might let's just do housekeeping because we're getting a couple questions. Craig Wallace wants to know about our pad washer, the legal limbo, the lawyers. He wants one. When's it available?
We can't tell you because we don't know, unfortunately. Like we said, it's in legal limbo until the lawyers decide that it's a go. We have to wait. So there's no, unfortunately, we can't help you there.
Ivan, are you ready to
be able
talk
sell
about
it.
our X6M Ghost has some questions about our new wax and whether it's hydrophobic. His question is,
No.
why did you choose to not have your wax hydrophobic?
So it does bead a bit, but it's not hydrophobic like a ceramic coating. The reason for that, one of the reasons we wanted a wax was for a water spot protection, and that's what it does. So I can still answer questions, Nick, while I start washing. So why don't I start washing?
Wait, hold on. What if I did this for fun? We don't need the countdown. All right, let's just get to washing.
Yeah.
All right.
So
guys.
here we go. So we have on the wheels, I'm going to start with foaming. We have Incredible Suds and all cream. Mix in this.
Folks, I'm working on getting Ivan full screen, okay? Just for the people. There we go. So you've got all clean in your IK foamer there, correct?
Yeah, all clean is 15-1.
Who's keeping track now? It's about 4:12 p.m. Eastern Standard when Ivan started the wash, clay and seal.
Yeah, it's not going to do that. So we have all clean and Incredible Suds on the tires. And now, thanks to our good friend Scott Graves, going to be using the keg. You don't have to use a keg. You can spray it any way you want. But we have the keg. We want to use it.
So if you didn't have a keg, Ivan, how could you distribute the rinseless on that would be as efficient or close to that?
Well, you can go to your local home store and just buy good old-fashioned pump sprayer. They work super well. The other thing you can do is get an IK sprayer or any type of sprayer. Basically, you're just wanting to get it on the surface. That's it. Now,
I am adding a banner to our live stream here that says 25% off Incredible Suds at DIYdetail.com during this live only. Just so folks know, it's not what Ivan's using, but again, I'm an Incredible Suds guy. I got to stand up for the foam.
Yeah, and Nick is just preaching to his part. So,
Keith Lutz says, hello from Chicago. Nick and Ivan, I tried joining but was denied. What am I doing wrong? And he's talking about the Facebook page, I think. And for some reason, when I bring up the comment, it switches
yeah, you
to
have
me.
to answer the questions.
You have to answer the
If you don't
questions.
answer the questions, they'll never be let in.
They're very hard questions, aren't they? Like, what is this group about? Do you promise not to be a jerk?
Well, basically, Facebook, if you don't answer the questions, the moderators don't even see your requests. So now
every time I bring up a comment, it somehow goes to me. So I apologize for all the flashing of the photos, guys. Todd Hill says Menard's Garden Pump Sprayer works for me. Craig Wallace has a lot of new battery-operated sprayers available, like from Ryobi. And Freddie says hello from Seattle. All right. So the wash clay seal is faster if you have a hose, correct?
What did you say, Nick?
The wash clay seal is faster. Yeah, it's doing a great job of silencing the pressure washer because I can't even hear it. But the wash clay seal is faster if you have a hose or a pressure washer.
Like I say, Nick, when the pressure washer is going, I can't hear you. So what did you say?
Oh, sorry. I'm listening to you on my AirPods. I'd probably hear the pressure washer if you were going through my headphones on the computer. Hey, we're just getting this done live. We're showing everybody how it's done. So as Ivan pressure washes, I can't hear the pressure washer, but we're gonna watch that beautiful footage. And when Ivan's done pressure washing, I'll stop talking and let him illuminate us with what he's up to. Terry O says, "I love Incredible Suds. The smell is awesome. I got the Bev Grape Bio Bomb, which reminds me of the smell of Incredible Suds. That's excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, and then CICA says lost Ivan's mic for some reason, and I'm not sure what's going on. When your pressure washer's on, I'm having a tough time hearing you. But again, I'm listening to Ivan through my AirPod. All right, guys,
Yeah.
how we doing so far, Ivan?
Good. Well, just since we don't need the pressure washer anymore, gonna roll up the hose, get it out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, Isaac says it's the noise cancellation cutting him out. What are y'all hearing on your end? Because the way that Ivan can hear me and I can hear him is because of the AirPod, but my microphone and his microphone's on a separate cell phone connected to StreamYard so y'all can hear the audio. So what does that all sound like? We're not going to have the hose to deal with anyway, right? So we're good.
I'll be back in a second. Now I can't hear Nick. So
Okay. Well, I'm gonna continue giving folks a little lay of the land here. We're gonna get that mic figured out. Terrio says I love Incredible Suds. He already did that. We've talked about the noise cancellation. Justin Reams here says, is using a DA to polish the whole car okay? Should I get a 15 or 21 millimeter polisher? Absolutely. I love the DA. If you're just gonna get one polisher, I always recommend to folks start with the dual action, even though I'm in love with the rotary for finishing.
and
I would
25
highly recommend
millimeter.
the 25 millimeter. Okay, Ivan's back. Is he back?
Yeah. Yeah,
There
I
he
can
is.
hear you now.
Okay.
So putting a little bit of rinseless back on the surface, just for additional lubrication, and the water is not the lubricant. Water is the solid.
Wow, that keg does look quite efficient, though, for distributing rinseless wash. And it's just diluted 256 to 1. So we've done the chemical rinse chemical, or if we had Incredible Suds, which, by the way, is, wait for it, 25% off during this live stream only. If we did Incredible Suds, it would be foam rinse foam. If it's rinseless wash, it's chemical rinse chemical. We build in the redundancy there for the safest possible wash once we get our rinseless wash sponge on the paint.
Yeah. Now, Nick, you'll be happy to know in the wheel bucket, Sylvie didn't know we were doing a rinseless wash, so she filled it with Incredible Suds. So you're going to see a bit of sudsing action here.
I love that. I love that. Okay. A question from IKX Blitz. If I want to use C6 Hydrolite but have a matte paint car, should I still do app, then coat, or just do panel prep before?
App, 100%.
If folks have not tried app, it makes applying the coating easier. I mean, it's more enjoyable to put on than panel prep, I think. Like, I was very skeptical of app, Ivan.
Yeah, once you've tried app, it really changes the way you install ceramic coat.
Isaac said I built my keg for under $100.
Yeah, you can. There's a lot of do-it-yourself videos. We've got one from Scott. Scott does a lot of little custom work on the keg, so that helps a lot.
Richard Lowe II says, you guys are fantastic. I built my own sprayer, HDX, Home Depot, 2-gallon pit and a tire valve stem, air compressor, pressurize it to 32 PSI, safety valve works flawlessly.
Excellent. So those that are taking a plastic one and adding a Schrader valve, there's one thing you have to be careful of. If you over pressurize, not in terms of pressure, because the safety release valve will blow off at, like he said, 32 PSI, depending on the sprayer you've got. But if your compressor is delivering air faster, then that can blow up. You can actually go over pressure and have it blow up on you. So
there is a
just be
potential
careful.
danger there.
Yeah, there is.
Craig Wallace says, I still love my Marilex pump sprayer, dunk, fill, pump, and it's all good. I'm like you, Craig. I don't get too fancy with it. Justin Reams asked a really good question that folks may wonder about polishers. And by the way, our dual action cord-free polisher, I believe, is now sold out on DIYdetail.com. So if you want it, you're going to try one of our amazing distributors. But Justin Reams says, why is the 25 millimeter better than a 15 millimeter polisher, Yvan Lacroix?
So you get about 40% faster cutting. You also get better finishing because you reduce.
You're breaking up on me, but can folks hear him okay? All right, can you say that again?
So what happens is you risk the possibility, or sorry, I was thinking something else here.
No, you're a meticulous detailer, so I know when you're thinking about one thing and saying something else. But I'm confident
No,
you can do
so
this.
yeah,
I
so
can't see your
basically,
head though. We need the camera down.
yeah. So somebody was just doing your job, making squeegeeing the floor. So
Oh, okay. I missed that. I'll be there soon. Don't
yeah.
worry.
But anyways, so the 25 millimeter is superior to 15 because you have 40% more cut. But the other thing that happens is you have less chance of micromarring. And micromarring happens when your pad is sort of changing directions. And if you look at the old school toy that we had, Spirograph, Spirograph allows you to create these really nice patterns, and you can emulate what the pattern of a DA is. So if those of you old enough to remember a Spirograph, you'll be able to emulate the pattern of your DA. And if you go to a 15 millimeter orbit instead of a 25, you risk having that micromark.
Just making sure audio is okay, Ivan, so the folks can hear your wisdom. Ivan K from the UK, DIY Detailing EU. A battery garden chemical sprayer from Ryobi, Einhall, etc. is a great alternative for the keg as well. Mayan 34956 says, when we get in the pad washer, it's in legal limbo. We appreciate your patience. We don't have a good answer for you just yet. Sheepstar with the compliments. Thank you, Sheep. Says, I've got to be the best host narrator in these lives. Quick, clean, professional, rock star on the mic. Much appreciated. Ivan and I do make, I think, a great team. We bring different strengths. I'm not Ivan, and he's not me, and hopefully we complement each other well. Calvert says 100% using app next time I code a car. Highly recommend that. Faisal says, I tried the app with matte paint. Very easy. So any thoughts on matte paint? I know it's a niche market, but we get a lot of questions about it, Ivan.
Yeah, so matte paint is actually standard clear coat. It has one little additional item added, and that little item causes the paint to not be glossy. So it creates a little imbalance in the paint. Technically, it's still clear coat. It's still glossy. You polish it, you'll end up with glossy paint. So,
Ivan, I haven't seen you miss one spot, but if I'm gonna point out one thing that I think you're doing wrong, is I think you should put some gloves on. I think we should be an example to the industry of even when you're washing. Like, I love seeing pictures of people with their kids out there, and what I love is that they have their kids wearing gloves, right? We always want to think of just like, if it's on you, it's in you. Just put some gloves on and have a great time.
Yeah, and 100% correct. So we normally put our gloves on before we start a video, but today, since we started talking, I neglected the gloves. So,
like me, sometimes Ivan gets a little distracted when he's detailing. For me, it's when the camera's on. I get distracted doing the Ivan never messes up the detailing, but it's the words. Also, English as your second language, it's a pretty beautiful thing that you speak so eloquently. Abdul Kari 05 says, can you apply the app with your dual action polisher?
No. You need something that's below a 9 millimeter stroke. So our 25 millimeter DA is a little overkill for the app. So you need 2 to 9 millimeter stroke.
All right. Okay. Michael Jordan says, and then we want to hear what you're doing, but I get distracted with the questions. Michael Jordan says, should I use ceramic gloss as a drying aid if I haven't used the decon towel, or am I sealing contaminants onto the paint?
So yes and no. I would still use it, not a problem.
Oh, Yvan Lacroix, we lost your image, so I'm gonna just kind of hold it down for the team here. Should I use ceramic gloss as a drying aid if I haven't used the decon towel? Absolutely. Like, if you have contaminants on your paint, you don't need to do a decon every time you wash. You can just keep your decontamination towel in your wash bucket if you're doing a lot of car washes. But what I would recommend is, maybe quarterly, maybe once a month if you want to. As long as you're using proper technique, you're not going to mar the paint up. Again, I don't know if Ivan can hear me, but we don't see your image here. I can hear you in my AirPods. So whatever phone you were using to show the wash clay seal, we're going to need that one rebooted, restarted. I'm not sure how that's going to work. But in the meantime, are you sealing contaminants in the paint? Not to be worried about that at all. And Ivan, I do see him coming back. There he is, folks. So
okay, we're back. Okay,
we're all back. This is show business, Ivan. I got you. So could you just explain what you're doing? I'll get to the questions in a second, but you haven't really explained what you're actually doing in the studio.
So we did the chemical rinse, and now I'm doing the chemical. So we sprayed on the Rinseless wash, then we applied. We sprayed it with water to rinse it off. Then we applied a little more, and now it's going around and washing the surface with the legacy sponge, making sure to get everywhere. And the legacy sponge is always on the verge of dripping. The reason for that, if we don't leave it on the verge of dripping, instead of lifting the dirt off the surface, it's just going to add more rinseless to the surface.
Yeah, Ivan, a sponge works best when it's on the verge of dripping as opposed to being totally saturated, right? And you've talked about that before.
Yeah. And just 1 second, I'm going to speak with Sylvie, so it's going to be in French, so maybe 2 or 3 of you will understand. But let's aller chercher mon téléphone.
All right, right now I'm going to just do a little quick housekeeping and let y'all know it's 25% off for Incredible Suds. Ivan's doing the rinseless wash right now. Incredible Suds, near to my heart. During this live stream only, if you've been thinking about pulling the trigger on those Incredible Suds, you can get a great discount at DIYdetail.com. We're getting a lot of people talking about the keg right now. Once you go to the keg, you won't go back. We've got Mike Kaufman saying keg was a game changer for me. But, you know, a good question here when it relates to polishing. Wheelie Good Auto Detailing says, is the wool pad on a palm sander going to give you any correction or just bring back some gloss?
It actually is going to do a bit of correction. Not much, but you're doing a bit of correction.
What's this cart all about? Do I need a cart to detail as well as Yvan Lacroix, or can I do it without all these fancy pieces of equipment?
You can do it without the pieces of equipment very easily. And we actually have, if you look back on our channel about a year, we have a series that when we started in the shop, we had no pressure washer, we had no carts, we just had buckets and a hose.
Oh my gosh. And it was actually the most fun I've ever had in that shop. When it felt like it was like a back to basics series that we did, and it was cold and the ceiling was dripping. But I felt like that spoke to like the majority of the people. Like things are not going to be that perfect.
No. And, there's a lot of videos that I have done with Sylvie, just in our daughter's driveway, which is a gravel driveway. It's not not a fancy shop. It's outside in the country. It's dusty. It's windy. It's in the middle of farmland. So,
hey, question for you. Silverado says, what size should a single bay detailing shop be? Like the setup you have. I mean, a lot of people are gonna be subject to whatever shop spaces are around them. But what would you recommend for someone just getting started?
So if you're building a shop, for every vehicle, 30 feet long, 15 feet wide.
30 feet long, 15 feet wide.
Yeah. It's going to give you more than enough space to move around the vehicle with the doors open, and have enough space in front and behind. So if you do get that F-150 or F-250 or F-350, you'll have space for it.
That was a great answer, Ivan. I didn't know you'd have such a specific one. That's why LaCroix is the people's champ. All right, RJ says, what's the best setup for washing in an apartment complex?
Go to Will's Ride Care. He's one of our DIY tubers, and he has a great setup. He lives in an apartment in Buffalo, New York, so he's dealing not only with living in an apartment, also with snow. And Will has a little battery-powered pressure washer. His is a DeWalt. There's Ryobi, there's Milwaukee. A lot of companies make them. And it's just a really good, efficient way. He uses rinseless, obviously.
We had a funny comment from Mark Hansen saying, it's nice to see Ivan doing some work. Dude, Ivan is a workhorse, folks. He is a workhorse. And man, there's some green screen magic happening on my end where I'm trying to not have you see what's behind me because this is the closet of my room. But the magic of TV makes it look like I'm in the DIY Detail studio. So folks, if you're wondering what I'm doing, fiddling with my setup, no one probably noticed until I brought it up. Edgar Valencia says, I purchased the 25mm DA, and may I say it's incredibly amazing, and the ease of use is great. Love it so far. Well, thank you, Edgar.
And Edgar, was that cordless or cord-free or cord?
Yeah, that's a great question. Thomas Metry says, if I'm deep cleaning wheels and I want to use iron remover and all clean, what would be my steps? And that's a great question because it's like, do you do iron remover first or do you all clean first? And I've asked you that before in videos, but I'd love to hear your answer.
So the official answer is it depends. And
Sur le bord. Y a pas un...
if it's really bad and you can see that there's a lot of brake dust on there, by all means, start with the iron remover. If not, then start with the all clean, add a bit of iron remover at the end. And iron remover is not necessary in every wash. It's only for abused wheels.
Normalement,
We're
que
getting
c'est
some
là que tu
comments in
finis.
here, and I don't want to bring them all up because then it switches the images, and I just want you to tell me what you're doing, Ivan, and I'm gonna find a couple of good ones. But it
Yeah.
looks like you have our perforated synthetic decontamination towel, which, by the way, is on sale. So if you go to the pinned comment, it's a
Right.
mix and match bundle. You can save up to 15% off. The pinned comment in our live stream here. If folks are wondering, what is he using? How can I get that?
Yeah.
Folks,
So
it's on sale
perforated
right now.
synthetic decontamination towel, ceramic gloss. It smells wonderful in here. And I'm just going to be doing the front end and then drying. You don't want to let this air dry on the surface.
Why?
Now it's humid in the shop today, so not a problem. One spray on the towel, one spray on the surface. Match them up. Look for contamination. You can feel it, you can hear it. And when you don't feel it and hear it anymore, you're done that section.
If it's not humid and I'm doing this outside, how should I do this step? Because that's what a lot of folks are going to wonder. You're doing the decon towel and the ceramic gloss, and
Yeah,
you're saying
and then-
don't let it dry. Like, what happens? How do I do this?
Well, then you just dry it panel by panel. And once I'm done the front end here, I'll do the rest of the car in that way.
Okay. Joe Grow says, no question. Just want to say thank you to, or you and Pan have sent me headfirst in a detailing world this year. You keep it simple, but also honest with the explanations and demos. Thank you. So, I think that was to you, Ivan, but maybe both of us. But thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Neo says,
thank
wow, that detailing card is legit. Oh, go ahead.
All right, just a thank you. So
X6M Ghost says, Ivan is gold standard with your yellow waffle pad. Safe to use on my black vinyl wrapped roof on my car before coating.
I would use the red pad. Now, if it's a glossy vinyl, yes. If it's matte, then go with the red pad. So my first time with the Diva rinseless drying towel. Now I have it folded in 4, and I think that might be a little excessive. So let me unfold it and see how it works out. Oh, that's better. Okay.
That looks like a nice size.
It is. It's not, a lot of these twist loop towels are really big, and this one's really small. Shout out to Socrates at Detailing Made Simple. They jokingly named it after him because apparently he has small hands.
Oh, really? Well,
Yeah.
we're using some Diva towels from the House of Rags as a partnership because they're a great distributor of ours. Our towels that everyone loves are sold out, and we're looking at a month or two probably. They're in production, and so if you're wondering why are they using House of Rags towels, it's because we want to give you great options when ours are sold out because y'all have supported us and we appreciate you, but we don't think it's good customer service to be sold out, and we want to give you a plug and play option, including the towel at the end, right? So if folks are wondering what is that plug and play option, we have a bundle sale on our website.
Yeah.
Just click the pinned comment in the live chat right now, and you can get everything, including the Thor Diva Rinseless Dryer 3-pack towel. Is that the 3-pack, Ivan?
Yeah, so 3-pack of towels. I don't know what the price is, but someone will tell us in the comments. Someone's already bought them. But the great towels, nice twist loop design. And
Tell
so
me
the
what
whole
you-
front end is done.
Yeah. The
I'm
whole
just
front end is
moving
done.
on.
Tell me what you're doing with the towel. You're folding it. What's the importance of folding it into 4s, and how much pressure are you putting, and when are you swapping the towel?
Right. So you can see, just 1 second here, how much pressure I'm actually putting on the towel, which is 0. That's the proper pressure. 1 spray of ceramic gloss on the towel, 1 spray on the panel. And then when I've done a panel, I flip it to a new side. 1 spray there, 1 spray there, match them up. And keep going.
Question from Archinerds97. Is decon soap really needed? I'm afraid of using synthetic perforated clay towel. I'm not professional, so I might scratch using it.
Don't be afraid of the perforated synthetic decontamination towel. I'd be more afraid of some of those decon soaps. They're-
Decon soaps. I mean, I know you like to keep it simple, right? So I don't want to put anyone
Yeah.
else's soap down, but you share what you think about it, Ivan.
Well, high and low pH or multi pH washes have been around for a long time. They function. Are they good? Not so much. A lot of people say, "Oh, don't go through a car wash. They use very harsh chemicals." That's exactly what you're doing. They are a harsh chemical. So
Jack asked if I'm missing a link for the discount, and then Mike Kaufman says, Jack, it shows when in cart. So we have a couple of sales. If folks are just curious, like you mentioned some sales during Ivan's live wash, clay, and seal. What's going on? Just housekeeping here. We have 25% off Incredible Suds. That's very time sensitive. So only during this live stream, it was to tell everybody that, yeah, Ivan's using Rinseless, but I love the suds. So you're going to get a super steep discount on Incredible Suds. We also have something that's going on all weekend, which is our bundle sale. So it's like everything Ivan uses in this video, we've got it for sale on the website. That's in the comments.
And actually, Nick, it's not just this weekend. It's up until next Friday.
Oh, okay, awesome. So if folks are inspired to do the wash, clay, seal, they've got some time to think
so
about
up until our next podcast, it is available on the website.
Excellent. All right. Well, I want to get rid of that then, and so it's not so salesy. We want to just give away information. Education is super important. Ivan, you're the walking encyclopedia. Todd Hill says, can you explain the upside of C6 Mist over ceramic gloss? Ceramic gloss has more protection and costs less? Thank you.
Yeah. C6 Mist doesn't provide protection. That's not what it's for. It's strictly a drying lubricant. Now, it's a great drying lubricant, and it actually is a drying aid. So it really does help in drying your pants.
I love Mist.
Yeah.
I might love ceramic gloss more, but both are members of the familia. So we appreciate that, Todd. Thanks for that. And okay, Ivan, what are you doing here? You opened that door. You're not using a step ladder, but you opened the door. You're not stepping on anything inside the vehicle. What is the door opening trick you're using here?
Well, it allows me to get much closer to the center of the room. That way, I'm not having to step on the door jambs. I'm not having to get a ladder. I'm not slowing myself down.
Why not
And
just
also,
put a
I'm not-
towel on the door?
I'm not-
Why not just... Oh, go ahead.
And I also am not rubbing up against the paint of the car.
Why not just put a towel on the door jamb and step up in there?
That's dangerous. It's very amateurish too.
Yeah, it feels amateurish. But sometimes that's how I feel. Sometimes I just, But I wanted to hear your take on it.
Yeah, and it's definitely not OSHA compliant.
Speaking of OSHA compliant, Ivan, you've been detailing for 40 plus years, and a comment to, link to that is Ace507 says, Ivan claims he retired years ago. He never seems to skip a beat. He's always everywhere doing all the things. Haha.
Yeah. I enjoy this business. I enjoy the people in this industry. So that's why I want to meet as many of them as I can, share a good deal with them, share some time and experience. We all learn from each other. I've been doing this for 45 years now, and I learn from every interaction that I have with you.
I may have been busy working on the comments here, but did you wash all of the wheels already? Did that already happen, or was it just one side?
Yeah, the wheels are washed. I just have to dry them.
Okay, and you used your Incredible Suds in the bucket. You would have preferred Rinseless, and you just used the flag tip brush to just like run and gun, and you did the tire and then the wheel face, and you were done?
Well, I also use the barrel brush to do the barrels.
Oh, you got the barrels too. So this is not a quick and dirty. This is a thorough detail. I love that.
Yeah.
Great question from Mark Hansen. And go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I have a 2-car garage. I'd like to know what size split I should get.
Mini split. So 12,000 BTU is good for roughly around 500 to 600 square foot. And your average 2-car garage is around 550 square foot. So a 12,000 BTU unit should do the job.
I have it as
But
an
if you can step up to an 18,000 BTU, even better.
Okay. I'm a little behind on the comments, only by about 8 minutes, so nothing crazy. Becca Green says, this is probably a comment from earlier, friend of the channel. Hey, Becca. I thought iron remover was okay to dry. In the past, you said it wasn't a problem.
It's not a problem. Ceramic gloss is a problem. I'm using ceramic gloss, not iron remover today.
Yep.
So
yep. Okay.
yeah,
so
ceramic gloss, if it dries before you wipe it off, it's like trying to remove concrete from your paint.
if it dries, we recommend just applying some ceramic gloss onto a towel and then lightly rubbing, agitating.
Yep.
Yep. That'll work.
Just more ceramic gloss. Like is all's like.
Right, but we don't want to use more because Ivan hates waste.
Yeah.
And okay, Moises Perez says, "Is water spot remover on sale?" Moises, we got you, man. We got you. I'm telling you right now. You know what's on sale? 25% off Incredible Suds, And then, you know what else is on sale? We got the Wash Clay Seal Demo Bundle on sale. Fine grade clay towel, Rinseless Wash version 2, ceramic gloss, legacy sponge, and our 3-pack of Diva Rinseless towels, thanks to the House of Rags, because we sold out on ours. That's what's on sale. It's not a holiday. It's just a Friday. Water spot remover not on sale today, but lots of other great deals.
And, you know, if you're tuning in here for the first time, I'd like to point something out to you. This car is trying to tell you something. Subscribe.
Ooh, please do subscribe to the channel. It's a free way to support us. Say thank you. We're going to keep working hard to deliver amazing and educational content. Okay. Juice Free. What's up, Juice? Always a smile bringer to the comment section. Ivan, iron remover can be rinsed with Rinseless in a pump sprayer?
Yes, that would be a minimalistic approach. And the next time it rains, you might find yourself with the odd little red streak coming out, but it's not a dangerous thing.
Just because a pump sprayer is not going to give you as much PSI and flood the panel as much as like free-flowing water? Yep.
Yeah.
Thomas Metri asked a great question as Ivan is basically done with the dang car. What are your top 2 lubricants for the clay and decon step? Well, the clay and decon step is the same thing, but I think.
Yeah. So iron remover and ceramic gloss, those are my 2 favorite. Now, quick beads is a close follow-up on it, but I do like a good iron remover with the decontamination towel. Just works super well. But this, you know, if you're a professional detailer, what I'm doing now, it's a service you can charge about $150 to $200 for. Super easy to do.
Is that ripping the customer off if it's so easy to do, or is that a profitable service? Because if it's so easy, how could you charge so much money for it, Ivan?
The value you're getting to the customer versus the time invested. And people only look at the time that they're spending on the vehicle. But you also have to remember all the time you spent learning how to do this. All that time that you put in testing and learning and watching YouTube on how to do things. So definitely, you know, it's a, you're not selling the result, or you're selling the result, not the process. If you have found a process that works faster than everyone else around you, great for you.
I wanted to ask you, you're putting the decon towel back in the bucket of rinseless wash.
Yeah.
Are you concerned about anything mixing in there? I'm asking questions I know the answer to, but like, why the rinseless wash bucket? Why put it back in there? What's happening with that?
Well, because I want to make sure that my towel is clean. And the easiest way to make sure it's clean is with the rinseless wash bucket.
All right. We've got David here saying, should I rinse away Quick Detailer, David Mendez, as clay lubricant? Yeah. Can I just dry away the Quick Detailer? I don't know if he's referring to, yeah.
So a Quick Detailer that provides a good lubrication. Yeah. Normally a Quick Detailer, if you weren't using with this, you'd spray it on the surface and wipe it off. So it's the same result. Just now we're also decontaminating at the same time.
Rosmarin asks, when will you introduce a pH 1 soap?
Not in my lifetime.
You like to keep it simple, don't you, Ivan?
Well, not only that, it's not required. It's pure marketing. You know, companies look at detailers and a detailer goes, you know, if I had one of these low pH soaps, it might actually decon my surface. It doesn't, spoiler alert. But at the same time, the company's going, well, if they want that, we'll make it. You know, same thing as a wheel cleaner and a tire cleaner. The dirt is the same on both. There's no difference. You don't need a wheel cleaner and then a separate tire cleaner. That's why we having, you know, all clean that does all of that in one.
Diluted 15 to 1 on your foamer of choice. Not a foam cannon. You know, it's an interesting question, Ivan. Can I use all clean at 15 to 1 in my foam cannon versus my IK foamer? Like, why would there be a difference?
Well, because the foam cannon, first of all, you're going to blow through a lot of product. So as the person selling you the product, I don't want you to waste the product. The other thing is the foam cannon dilutes. And you're actually, you know, if you adjust the PIR, the panel impact ratio, to be the right 15 to 1 dilution, you'll be putting like 24 to 30 ounces of all clean in your foam cannon to just put it on your paint. And if, most of the people watching this channel, you're not dealing with cars that have been neglected for 3 years. You're maintaining your own vehicle. You never need a high pH and a low pH when you're maintaining your own vehicles. You keep them clean. Now, a car that hasn't been washed in 6 years, maybe, might be an alternative.
We released a short today on YouTube, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? We would really appreciate that. But the short was like the silent killer of ceramic coatings, and we referenced how water spot remover can really get rid of a lot of the minerals that get in the way of your ceramic coating beading. So that's my bridge to this question from Justin Reams. Is water spot remover necessary before polishing and ceramic coating?
Necessary? No, you can't get away without doing it. Is it ideal? Yes. Are you going to get a better result? Definitely.
Ryan B., do you need to decontaminate if you have a ceramic coating?
Yes. So ceramic coating slows down the rate of contamination. By the way, you'll notice I'm doing the black plastic as well. That is not to decontaminate them. That is to spread our friend ceramic gloss on it.
Oh, so you're protecting there as well as you decontaminate. Okay, let's get Ivan the chem. You ready for your chemist hat? Is it on?
Sure. I'm not a chemist, but I know a little bit about chemistry.
Henry Hernan says, "What is the difference between surfactant and polymer?"
Aha, great one. So a surfactant is more active than a polymer. And a polymer can be called a surfactant. A surfactant can be called a polymer. But in our industry, there's a differentiation between the two. A polymer, like I say, is slightly less aggressive. And that's why, like, our Rinseless wash is actually a combination of the two. Because surfactants alone do a good job. Mix in some polymers, they do a better job. Polymers alone do an okay job. Mix in surfactants, they do a better job. Now, if you're paying attention.
Oh, go ahead.
One second. If you're paying attention, I'm done washing, claying, and sealing the whole body. I just have the wheels to dry off now.
And I believe we started at like 4:12, so we're looking at realistically 25 minutes. If you want to dilly-dally, do the wheels. I mean, we're under 30 minutes here, and this was like, Ivan, what is it about how slowly it looks like you're working, how casually you're working, and yet how quickly you get the job done? Is there something to learn from that?
I've come down to one very simple thing. The slower you move, the faster you work. Pay attention to what you're doing. Don't go over the same area 2 or 3 times. And make sure you're doing a good job.
You did
being
address...
methodical. Yeah.
Being
methodical saves you time. Yeah.
Thomas Metri asked a question that I think you referenced earlier, but like, how much would you charge as an add-on for clay and decon?
From a basic wash, a basic wash, let's say 75, this would be 150. It doesn't take that much longer doing this than a basic wash.
Timothy Johnson Bay says, I still have to rewatch to comprehend the Diva Rinseless bit. I was away from screen and not aware of exactly what was happening. So if folks are just getting onto the live stream now, in about 25 minutes, you put on the Rinseless, you rinse it off with a pressure washer. You put the Rinseless on again, you use the Legacy sponge to wash, you then use the decontamination towel with Rinseless as the bed of lubrication, and then a spray of ceramic gloss on the towel, spray on the panel, worked the decon towel into the paint, dried with the Rinseless Diva towel. I don't know exactly what it's called because it's not our towel, but we're selling it
Diva
now.
towel. Yeah,
the Diva towel. I think that covers it. I don't know. Timothy's question obviously comes from a place of wanting to learn, and people love to hear Ivan's explanation too.
Yeah, so we have our towels. Unfortunately, you guys really like them. So, or not unfortunately, but fortunately, you really like them. But unfortunately, our estimating software doesn't keep up with you guys. So we just ran out, and our good friends at the House of Rags have loaned us some of their inventory. Hopefully they don't run out too, but loaned us some of their inventory to be able to keep supplying you guys with good quality towels. So instead of our little 3-pack of Rinseless towels, you get the Diva towel.
Now, I just saw you spray on the wheel face. Can you explain what's going on? You're putting tire lotion on, and I'm guessing ceramic gloss, but I haven't had you explain that.
Yeah, so ceramic gloss is a drying aid on the wheels and also it helps protect it. And then quick pass on the tire just to get the rinseless off. Because since we did use incredible suds in the wash bucket for the wheels, I just sprayed a bit of rinseless to rinse off the suds. And then a little bit of the DIY detail tire lotion. Staying away from the wheel face. And we're good.
So the
roll on
rinseless to
over to the other
reactivate
side.
it, the rinseless
Yeah.
to reactivate it, and then ceramic gloss to dry the rim face. Did you put? I missed it. Did you put the rinseless wash spray on the tire face as well?
Yeah, tire and wheel.
Okay. Is there any concern with a slightly wet tire as it relates to your tire lotion brush? Because I always like to dry the tires as much as I can first.
Yeah, it's really not a concern. Like, you know, if it's soaking wet, sure, but just a little bit of moisture. It is a water-based formula. So the little bit of water on the surface is not going to change anything.
Listen, we'll go live for as long as you want us to, more or less. But our sale is only kind of programmed in the computer for an hour for Incredible Suds. So
No,
if
it's
you wanna
actually programmed for 2 hours, Nick.
Oh, is it? Okay. So
Yeah.
25% off Incredible Suds at DIYdetail.com during this live stream only. Maybe we'll be on here for 2 hours. We've been on here for 51 minutes. We're having fun. I'm not ready to
Yeah.
go anywhere yet. We're gonna get all these questions answered. So save yourself some change over at DIYdetail.com with not only that, but our mix and match wash, clay, and seal bundle. If you're wondering how do I find that, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a pinned comment. It says click here for our wash, clay, seal bundle. You just go up there on the top right hand of your screen, and the more you buy in this bundle, the more you save. So if you're wondering what's Ivan using, we don't have tire lotion in this bundle, Ivan, and I kind of apologize to the people, but tire lotion is one of these that you know how to find it.
Yeah,
The bundle could go on forever, I guess is what you could say.
it could. Yeah, you know, we could have all the brushes and the towels and everything in it.
The LaCroix
you know,
Cruiser, we could have the cart. We got to stop somewhere. Hey, Ivan, I'm going to get to some questions because as it happens with me, I get a little distracted. X6M Ghost says, Ivan, I never see you guys use tar remover in any of your videos. Do none of your clients' cars have tar on them?
By the time we wash them with everything, by the way, you can stop the timer now. I'm done.
Okay, so that was 30 minutes. Wasn't that, or was it 40? Who's keeping track?
I don't know.
30, 40? I don't know. It didn't feel like a long time.
No, I'm rarely over 40 minutes, and I was taking my time.
52 minutes au total.
You were taking your time. But we mentioned the tar, and
Yeah. So tar is one of those things that it varies by region, it varies by area, and in our area here, there's not a lot of tar. So that is one of the things. And we have had tar once in a while, but when you start with the rinseless wash, the Incredible Suds, amazingly, it takes a lot of that tar off. So if it's not baked on, if it hasn't been there for a year, just your regular wash process will take it off.
if it's caked on like tar that almost feels like road paint, then when you go to extreme measures, how do you get rid of that?
Tree sap remover.
Tree sap remover
So I
and just
feel-
agitate it in?
Yeah.
All right.
And Sylvia was wanting to point out, dried the whole car, towel still relatively dry. It's not wet. Oh, it's a
it doesn't look
little
soft and
damp,
wet at all.
but I could probably dry another car with it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna dry my glasses with it. But,
Wait, does that come with a 3-pack? That's just one of 3?
Parce que
that's
Jimmy, il y a
one of
de-
three, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jimmy,
So if you want to get a discount on that
essuie
3-pack,
ton
it's
bus
part of
avec.
our Wash Clay Seal bundle. You just click the pinned comment in the
Yeah.
live comments. We're rocking and rolling, and we're 15 minutes behind on questions, so we have a lot of questions to answer. There's a lot of value left in this podcast, so please stay tuned. We want to give you some wisdom. I
And
don't know if
I'm
we're
gonna
ready
go
to
into
talk-
the office and sit down, and then we can answer questions.
All right, well, I'm going to miss you because I like you in the garage.
No,
You're the working detailer.
Yeah.
Wow, you're the man of the people. But I've got the car mysteriously somehow, thanks to show business and the internet.
There we
It's
go.
just a green screen. Do folks really want to
Yeah.
see my green? Do they want to see the magic of this? The green screen. Oh, well, that's some kids' art in the closet of my my bedroom there that you just saw. That's a little peek behind the curtains here for a reward after almost an hour of live streaming. All right, Ivan.
Yeah.
Let's get to some questions. Actually, Taylor Engel from C6 and a DIY Detail family member says, hello from
It's the
Texas.
white
Ask
people
Ivan if
from-
he's ready to polish some tractors when I get back home.
Yes, and speaking of Taylor and C6, We have another really fun announcement today. C6 Agro, or our agricultural coating or industrial coating, the white bond variety is now available on the C6 website. So if you're a C6 installer, reach out to John at C6 Ceramics and see how you can order it, or reach out to Taylor at C6 Ceramics, Taylor. And from there, you're good to go. Now, if you're not
I
a
just
C6
put John's
installer,
email in the chat, by the way.
yeah. If you're not a C6 installer, well, you should really reach out to Taylor or John and find out how to become a C6 installer, especially with the industrial. The industrial is such an interesting and different venue. Those of you that have struggled getting jobs during the winter, getting work during the winter, that is the time for that.
You're a little shaky, Evan.
Yeah.
Trying to
Okay.
get the perfect shot.
Yeah. Sylvie
We
was
got
moving
you.
the camera, so.
Sylvie's the master
It's
of
not that
production
good.
specialist behind the scenes, making you look good.
Okay.
I love the image behind you on the flat screen. That's pretty cool. Hey,
That,
that's a great
and
question.
If you notice under the flat screen, Nick, this is something we need to thank everyone for.
Well, yeah, let's thank him for it.
The 100,000 subscriber plaque. We're now at 126, so we're on our way to more and more. But this is all because of you guys. So thank you very much for this.
Hey, as a thank you, I want to offer them 25% off incredible suds at DIYdetail.com right now.
We don't see it.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful plaque. Okay, I have not seen that yet, Ivan. That is so special. That's so cool. Hey, iKeg Detail 2 says, if the water spot remover is meant to remove the minerals, can you use it to clay?
No, being it's acidic, it's going to destroy your decontamination towel. So not something you want to be using.
You also don't want to use tree sap remover as a clay lube either.
No, tree sap remover, not a good thing either. Not at all.
All right. Mike Kaufman, this is from a while ago, but it says over 160 here. Hit that like button. Actually, we're at 170. So you can hit the
wow.
like button. You can subscribe to the channel, and you can also take advantage of our awesome sale going on. Whether it's the Wash Clay Seal Bundle, in the comments, the pinned comments, you can go get that, or 25% off incredible suds. If you want me to shut up, just tell me to shut up. I have fun with this, actually. It's kind of a fun.
Yeah.
I like to do my
Speaking of the comments,
PVC live shopping.
One question I like to ask people.
Okay.
We just did a wash, clean, seal, and we'll say 40 minutes. Compared to how you do it, was that faster or slower than what you normally do?
Someone actually commented, and I glazed over it, not to be offensive to them, that I think they mentioned how much. Okay, Timothy, I think, mentioned that he charges about 134. Anyway,
yeah.
Comment now below and like how long it takes you to do it. Calvert Schmood says, do you think you guys ever make a video detailing or coating a farm or industrial vehicle? Might be hard to fit in the shop though. LOL.
Actually, the video is already produced. We're just waiting on another product to release it. So we used one of our pre-production products to do it. We actually did get a small tractor in here and we coated a tractor, and that's with Taylor from C6 that I did that. And you'll see that coming soon. We have the C6 industrial, agricultural coating that is available as of today, but eventually there will be a DIY version as well. Not the same product, but a DIY friendly, because the C6 one you have to be a little more careful with in terms of installation, but we want to make it as easy to install as our DIY products, and we've been able to do that. It's a little less protection, but if someone is detailing their own tractor, or they're detailing for other people, they don't want to go all the way to C6 industrial, the DIY agricultural coating or industrial coating will be great, coming soon, probably midsummer.
Yeah, Timothy did comment here. And by the way, big things coming for C6 agriculture and industrial. So super excited, as Ivan mentioned. Taylor is just killing it on that front. You want to look at a guy who's making a lot of money detailing, not detailing, but doing like, if you're like, I want to get into detailing to make money, right? I love it. It's my passion, but look at what Taylor's doing in ag. And if you want to learn from him, he's here to teach you. And that's why he's developing these world-class coatings, right, Ivan? I mean, like,
yes. 100%.
I wish I knew anything about tractors, because like, I feel like that's the field to get into.
Yeah.
All
no,
right,
definitely it's a field that needs more people. Farmers really do take care of their tractors, their combines, all their equipment. It's not cheap things. Detailers really freak out when they're detailing a $200,000 car. A $200,000 tractor is a really cheap one.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been talking about ag coatings for years. So I love that we're
Yeah.
making that happen as part of the C6 family. Chris Oyosare, it's a question we're getting a lot. So if you're just getting in the live stream, you're going to ask about the pad washer. Do you
Yeah.
have a pad washer update? And because I know what the answer is, Ivan, how can we coach them to clean their pads in the meantime?
Well, we have a good video on our Detailing 101 series on pad washing. And that video, it's a short video. It's like 7 minutes long. And we go over several different ways of cleaning your pads. And no, it does not include compressed air or pressure washer. Never. But from the pad washer on down to just simple techniques you can do yourself. Ivan K, if he's still watching from Austria, he uses a painter's tray as his pad washer, and it works great. So there's a lot of different ways of doing it.
I'm a ninja, Ivan. I just put the pad washer link in the YouTube comments. So this is how we multitask, and this is how we serve the people. It's a really great method, and it's super DIY budget friendly, as you mentioned. The painter's tray, on that same vein, as you said, works great. Timothy Johnson Bay, just to confirm, he says you finished drying after the seal in about 38 minutes. So and you were just cool. You were chilling, Ivan, and it wasn't a small car, and it was super thorough.
No. So earlier this week, I was doing a training in Texas, and the staff didn't know I was being timed. The owner of the business knew I was being timed because he was the one timing me, but he wanted to prove to his staff that it could be done in under half an hour, and it took me 19 minutes while answering their questions. So yeah, but I was moving a little quicker than I was today.
And I love how slowly you moved because we're answering the questions and we're doing the YouTube video live. So Dale Ale says, just want to say hello from Poland. Have a question. Wow, this is so cool that people in Poland are using our stuff. I knew it. I know we're worldwide, but it's cool to read it. He says, I have a question. I've done your DIY detail 5-year ceramic coat. I got some 8-year ceramic coating left. Can I apply on the 5-year, which I did put earlier?
Not really. Well, you can, but it's just a waste of product. You're not going to get anything from it. And if you want to put the 8-year on top of the 5-year, you have to polish the 5-year for the 8-year to adhere properly.
Louis LaBouche says, hi guys, would you be getting any C6 mist gallons soon?
We're thinking about it. We're looking into the possibility. There is a solvent in C6 mist that really aids in drying, but also complicates the gallon bottles just a little bit.
AceFire07 says, Ivan have used the goat drying towel from Thor. Again, let's explain. Why are we talking about Thor towels in the first place if folks are just watching, and then have you used the goat, Ivan?
I have. It's really big, and I'm not a fan of big towels. But if you like a big, heavy towel, I think it's like something like 2200 GSM or even more than that. It's huge. It's amazing. Yes, it does suck up a lot of water. But for me, not my idea of a good towel, but that's personal opinion. Any big towel, I'm not a fan of. So,
yeah, and we're using Thor towels right now as a stopgap measure, you could say, because we sold out on the drying blanket, and I believe our twist loops as well. Yeah.
Yeah, the little 3-pack of twist loops. Oh, actually, Sylvie is bringing me a goat now. So
okay,
the guys.
Jamie loves the goat at the House of Rags, and we could have carried these as well, but I know they're too big for you.
This thing is huge. Now I think this is what Jamie used to dry my bus. So if you go to the House of Rags channel, or it could be on Jamie the Cleaner, I'm not sure. And eventually we'll have it on our channel as well. But he washed my bus for me. Thank you. And yeah. Oh, actually, Sylvie says he probably used the Diva. I forget which one, but yeah. So the goat. Actually, this isn't the goat. This is the big Diva. Okay, never mind.
Well, there you go, Ivan.
Yeah. So this one's 1500 GSM. It's a 70-30, and it's 74 by 90 centimeters. So the goat is even heavier and even bigger.
So we're going to be carrying, we have, in the meantime, while we're out of our drying blankets, we have that Diva and then the Diva used in the video today on our website.
Yeah, so the Diva 3-pack is the smaller towels.
Yep.
And, to me, they're just a perfect size. They're great. This one, a little big for me. The goat, way too big for me. But if you like those big towels, and I know a lot of people love big towels. Sylvia and I were in a shop in Oklahoma a little earlier this week and doing a shop audit. And he had a towel that was at least 4 feet by 5 feet. It's the kind of towel that you throw on the hood of a pickup truck and it's done. It's just dry. So for me, it's a little excessive. But if you like that type of towel, the goat is definitely something you should look into.
On the screen right now, folks are going to see our mix and match wash, clay, and seal bundle sale. So just so you know, that's still going on. We also have 25% off Incredible Suds.
Yep.
If
Now,
you're
the
here, you may just be
25%
coming in.
Yeah, 25% off Incredible Suds is just during the time of this live stream. After that, though, the the wash, clean, seal bundle is going to stick around till Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week. So you've got a week to do that. So if you're watching this video after it's been live, you still have access to that kit.
Hey, folks, see you on that little, it's called like a creeper. You were calling it the
Yep.
LaCroix Cruiser.
Right.
TK113 says, anything happening with the cruiser, the Yvan Cruiser, he called it?
So looking for a manufacturer that's going to make it for a price that I can sell it and not feel like I'm charging too much. I know, people are willing to pay $500 for a one of those Viper chairs, and that's fine. That's great. To me, that's a little overpriced, and I want to bring it at a better price point. So we're seeing what we can do to find a manufacturer for that.
Nelson Guzzo says, I have those Diva Rinseless towels. They come in a 3-pack. The package is heavy. They are really great towels.
Yeah.
Whit Evans says, ever consider selling in person, stores, distributors? I really want to get your product, but I want to get DIY detail things, but too impatient to buy it online and having to wait.
Well, we do have some brick and mortar distributors. You can go to the website and you'll see we have a list there of distributors, and we are getting more and more of them. And if you have a local distributor that you like dealing with, ask them, why aren't you carrying DIY? We don't cold call distributors. We wait for them to call us. So if your distributor gets asked by enough people to bring in DIY, they probably will.
Yeah, they're humans. They want to have their finger on the pulse. And if they hear you asking for it, as Ivan
Yeah.
said, they're going to be more likely, because they're going to see all this stuff online, but they might think, no one's going to buy that until the people say, I want to buy that. And that's how it
Yeah.
happens. That's the way we've seen it work. And it's really humbling to have distributors reaching out to us from all over the world and want to carry our product. Okay, Justin Ream says, do you recommend Pan the Organizer 15mm dual action polisher, or should I get a 25mm DA?
If it were up to me, a 15mm wouldn't exist. So yeah, 25mm, it's a much more versatile tool in terms of cut, in terms of finish, and it's just overall, it's a nicer tool. But the one that Pan sells, if you want a 15mm tool, it actually is a very good one. It uses the same, some of the same components as our tools. So it's just a good overall and very budget friendly as well. So.
All right, I'm getting a request here. I'm just checking my phone. Alex Rabale says, can you get the bundle and the 25% off in the same cart separately? It's not working for me to do both at the same time. That's a question for IT. So if anyone's watching who could send me a text, we get worst case scenario, Alex, send an email to info@diydetail.com. We'll make sure you're taken care of. So
yeah,
if anyone's wondering what the heck's going on with the sales, it's 25% off Incredible Suds during this live stream only. And then we have Ivan's, wash, clay, seal bundle on sale as well.
So the email will be timestamped. As long as it's timestamped during this live stream, Sam will definitely take care of you.
Absolutely.
He won't respond until Monday. It's the weekend for him as well, but he'll be there Monday morning, and he'll make sure before the order goes out that it's taken care of.
Dude, Isaac just said this. I love it. Ivan just showed you how to make $300 an hour.
That's the goal. And actually, you can make more than that. If you get really efficient at it, have everything in its place, you're not talking to people on YouTube, and you're not worried about camera angles, things like that, you can get what I did in 20-25 minutes easy.
Well, and that's an important distinction as well, as like Sheepstar says, do you account for setup time? Takes time to make the bucket of solution, get hoses out, etc.
Now, yes, for a home hobbyist that you're just doing it once, great. In my shops, we had a bay dedicated to this. So everything was set up in that bay to get it done. And no, there was no setup time because the shop is set up. If you're a mobile detailer, you always have to take care or always think of setup time. So that's a big difference there. And, mobile detailers think they have a lower overhead than a shop. In reality, you've got a much higher overhead than a shop because you've got the travel time, the setup time, etc. Whereas the shop, they open the door, drive the car in, they're ready to go.
Eduardo, so I was just texting IT to make sure we're all good on the sale stuff. So hopefully, if
Good.
it's not working, send an email again, info@diydetail.com.
Yep.
Eduardo Guzman Laulen says, as the DIY detail interior towel is out of stock, what would you recommend to use instead?
Just a good, universal towel. Whatever your favorite basic towel is, that works. Our interior towel has a little scrubbing thing, so they do sell like the Ninja scrubbers, things like that, that can substitute for that towel. But the interior towel is just a great overall towel for us. So, and yes, it is out of stock. We're actually redoing the towel. We're making it a little better, a little thicker, a little more GSM, and the scrubby part of it will be a little deeper pile as well to get more work done.
Okay, so something to look forward to for folks when that gets
Yeah.
back in stock. And then
But
Sheepstar, I meant
probably 6 weeks.
Okay.
6 to 8 weeks, sorry. Yeah.
What's up, Sheep? He did ask about efficiency in terms of setup time. It takes time to make the bucket of solution, get hoses out, etc.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a pro or a DIY enthusiast question, but how do you make that the most efficient so everything's just like as ready to plug and play as possible, Ivan?
So as plug and play as possible. Have all your chemicals on a cart and a bucket on a cart. So all you have to do is put water in it, put the chemical in it, and everything is ready to go. And good French term here, mise en place. Everything in its place. And when you're putting stuff away, so you're just finished a detail, when you put it away, make it so it's ready to go the next time. Make it so it's accessible. You notice that during the detail, I took the time to reel the hose back up on the hose reel when I was done with the
Yes.
pressure washer.
Yes.
And it might have taken me an extra minute, but the next time I go to detail, I'm ready to go. And that is what a lot of people forget. They just, detail's done, everything gets thrown on the floor or wherever, and it stops there. Take the time to clean up after yourself. The other thing is, if you have a pressure washer set up, having it wall mounted, so the water's already connected to it, the hose is on a reel, and you don't have to buy one of the expensive Cox reels. You can buy some less expensive ones. Please don't convert an airline reel to a pressure washer reel. There's a big pressure difference there. Pressure washer can go up to 1,500, 2,000 PSI, whereas an air reel is designed for 300 PSI. That being said, you can buy some inexpensive reels, and there's some pressure washers that already come with the little reel built into it, and those can work. And if you have it set up by your garage door, the water plugged in, the machine plugged in, then all you have to do is turn it on and roll it out. Our friend Bruce, so from Bruce's Garage, he has a great video on him setting up his pressure washer and how it dramatically increased his efficiency.
That's a game changer for sure. We're getting a lot of just good afternoons and thank yous, and we appreciate everybody. I did want to shout out Keeve. He said 25% off Incredible Suds. Now I have an excuse to use 25% more soap every wash. Is Keeve like the champion of Incredible Suds, Ivan, of all the users out there?
I think so. Keeve is he doesn't abuse it. He uses it. But, Keeve we see his videos. So this time of year, he puts out 2 videos, one on Monday, one on Wednesday, I think. The rest of the year, he's, putting out his Monday video. And if you want information on pressure washers, foam cannons, hoses, connectors, blowers, that sort of thing, Keeve is definitely the resource. There's probably not a pressure washer he hasn't tested that's available to us. Same thing with foam cannons, and he's very abusive with his foam cannons. We have
He likes to drop them.
Yeah, and I noticed that he did one on the Quiver foam cannon. So our friend Josh V has his new line of products, and one of them is his foam cannon, the Quiver foam cannon. And Keeve normally drops it from elbow height or shoulder height. Maybe he'll get up he has a little retaining wall. No, for Josh's, he got on the second floor of his house, and equivalent to the height of his roof is where he dropped it from before he could break the Quiver foam cannon. So Quiver foam cannon, definitely a good one. And Nick, you're happy to know I just got one in today. So
oh, great. Okay, because we've been using
we'll have one
for
here
a while.
Yeah, we have it. The MJJC is a great foam cannon. We have an MTM here that is collecting dust because it's the MTM versus the MJJC. There's a huge difference between the two, not only in the quality of the foam, but also the user experience. The MTM is just a little more difficult to use, whereas the MJJC is a nicer, and the quiver foam cannon is say a derivative of the MJJC.
Well, I'm glad that it works so well and it is so durable, and I can't
Yeah.
wait to use it. Hey, a question. By the way, 25% off Incredible Suds at DIYdetail.com during the live stream only. Michael Starr says, don't see any discounts for Incredible Suds. I'm guessing you have to put it in your cart and wait till checkout. If for some reason y'all are having issues with this and it's 3:15 my time, 5:15 Eastern, send an email to info@DIYdetail.com. If it's timestamped during this live stream, we'll for sure honor that and make sure you're taken care of. Hey, so
100%.
a question from Whit Evans. Clean by pan sealant versus ceramic gloss.
I haven't used pan sealant. Now, from reports that I've heard, it's actually a little longer lasting than ours, but also a little more finicky to install. You have to have
It's tougher to install, but it's very stout. Like it's
exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for protection, it's a great product. If you're looking for ease of use, ceramic gloss, and ceramic gloss will give you 4 to 6 months protection, and hopefully you have a ceramic coating under it. Ceramic coatings are so easy, they're so accessible. There's no reason not to have a ceramic coating in your car.
Every car deserves one, Ivan. Hey,
Yes.
Ben. Oh, Ben said something about. At least Ivan didn't say if it were up to me, pan wouldn't exist. No, you're not the reason
No.
Pan is successful, Ivan. I know y'all are friends,
No.
but that's not.
Yeah, and I've been pushing Pan to have his own product line since he had 100,000 subscribers. And he waited till he had 1 million. So Pan's a great guy. He's a friend of mine, and the Pan you see on your screen is the Pan you meet in person. He's the same guy. He's just a fan of detailing. He's in love with detailing. He loves detailing products. He loves trying them. And he just wanted, it took him time to get to his own line because he wanted everything that was the best, shout out to Pan, for him. And his products are designed around what he likes to do and how he likes to do it. The DIY detail system is patterned around what I did in my shops, and centered on efficiency and good quality products and ease of use. That's where we went with DIY. And every company has a different philosophy. Every company has good products. There's no one in the market today that can afford to make a bad product, because if they do, they're just going to go out of business.
Yeah, the world is too small with the digital age. 100%.
And
okay, Louis. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, well, there's more than enough of you around for all of us to exist. So it's not a problem. I don't see Pan or Detail Co. or the Rag Company or whatever as competitors. We're all competing against the car wash industry. We're not competing against other brands. So yeah.
I look at almost like a detailer is like, oh, that new business in town is going to take all my business. Like, no, there are so many cars on the road. It's up to us to just spread the word about how amazing detailing is. And that rising tide truly lifts all boats. I'm convinced of it. I mean, sure, there's going to be crossover and you're competing for certain customers, but just fine. I mean, anyone with a car is somebody who could learn and love detailing. So yeah, I agree with you, Ivan. Hey, Louis Laro says, hey, take care of that plaque of ours, Ivan. He didn't say that.
Yeah, I know. It fell over.
It's a little baby. Louis Laro says C6. I don't know what he's referring to. C6, if not used with clay towel, is it applied dry or can you apply wet? So he might be asking, can you use mist as a decon lube? Is that right? C6 mist?
Yeah, C6 mist is not a great friend of the clay towel because of that little solvent component it has in it. But you can use it as a drying aid. So you can use it like quick beads. Spray it on a wet car, rinse it off. So it's a rinse aid. You can use it as a drying aid, meaning spray on, wipe off with your towel, or you can use it as a quick detailer, meaning your car is dry, get a light mist and dry it off. So a very user-friendly product. But one thing you won't get with C6 Mist is long-lasting durability. It's designed to be used as a drying aid for a coated car. If you don't have a coated car, great, it's going to work. And you can use it at every wash if you want to, because it doesn't build up.
Hey, we got 188 people on here, which is surprising me. Like, you did your wash, clay, and seal already in about 40 minutes, according to the comments. But for folks who are just joining us now, we had this awesome sale, 25% off Incredible Suds. My QVC shopping, dream is now alive. So I'm just going to tell you about our live during the podcast only sale happening. And of course, we have our Rinseless Wash bundle. Check the comments. It's pinned there. And that's good until next Friday. There's some folks talking about stickers, Ivan. Helio Castillo says, I need DIY detail decals and stickers so I can deck out my equipment or cup.
So yes, they are coming. We have a lot of merch coming. So not a lot, but we'll start with t-shirts and we'll work our way from there. Yes, stickers will be part of it. We know that people love stickers, and look at my cup.
Who doesn't love
DIY
stickers?
detail, C6, my bus. My bus again. So yeah, everyone loves stickers. So definitely we will have stickers soon. In the beginning we used to send out stickers with orders. And I was the one buying the stickers personally, giving them to our warehouse and them shipping it out. Now with our new warehouse, everything has to be a SKU and it has to be, counted in inventory, et cetera, et cetera. They're a little more, let's say, no, how can I put this? More professional than our first one. So
Well, and
the
speaking of the beginning, Ivan, I wrote
Yeah.
handwritten thank you notes to probably our first 500 customers, but like we started getting a lot of orders and it became untenable because I would write I would personalize. I mean, you saw
Yeah.
them. I would send you images of them, and it was like it just took too much time. So we appreciate
Yeah.
every customer out there, and we've grown a lot thanks to you. And so thank you.
Yeah.
It's wild. This journey's been wild. Hey, Sheepstar comes in with a great comment. Couple tips about efficiency: clean your driveway floors so if things drop, it's not as dirty. Would you agree with them?
Yeah. So, our shop floor here is extremely clean because it gets squeegeed about 20 times a day. And one of the things, we have one of our most popular shorts, and Sheepstar, he's got a good YouTube channel. And one of our most popular shorts with millions of views is just me with a pressure washer saying, before spraying it on your car, spray it elsewhere. And I spray on the floor. And I'd say a good 25% of the comments on that short are, don't spray it on the floor, you're going to splash mud up onto the car. Well, our floor is super clean. But if that's a concern for you, aim it away from the car. Just don't aim it at the car, because if that tip flies off and hits the car, you risk denting it. And another 25% of the comments is, I've had that happen to me. So
Yeah.
if you've had that happen to you, I'm sorry. It's not a fun experience. It's not something I wish on anyone. That's why we produced that short. And thankfully it's one of our most popular shorts. But there are some people that don't understand the reasoning behind it after seeing the short, or they might not have seen the whole short. They just saw me spray on the floor and didn't listen to the words. So,
Well, it's nice to hear that when people hear the words you say or the content we put out, it helps them, right? And Rudy Soto is
Yeah.
saying, I just want to say thank you for the content you guys put out. I just bought a new car after owning my previous vehicle for 15 years, and I've basically fallen into the rabbit hole. Thanks, Rudy. Man,
Yeah.
it
Uh,
really
I'll
makes an
be-
impact on people when they're able to learn how to detail. I mean, it's
give me
It's a big deal.
1 second, Nick. So chercher le foam cannon de Josh.
Ooh, I think I heard
Le-
foam
le
cannon
quiver.
and Josh. Does that mean I'm
No,
learning French?
Yeah, Sylvie's
Not
going to go
gonna
get
say
the quiver foam cannon, just to give you a preview of what we're.
Arun Brown says, if I have an ultra black sponge, is it worth upgrading to a legacy sponge?
Eventually, yes. The Ultra Black, still a good sponge. If it's not worn out, you don't need to change. The foam on the Legacy sponge is an improvement. It's better self-cleaning ability. And to get it on the verge of dripping, you don't have to squeeze as much. So it's a different foam, but the Ultra Black sponge, still a good sponge. So while it's still working for you, don't need to change.
So what, you think about another 1,000 washes? Because don't your sponges last forever, Ivan?
Almost, yeah. They do last a long time. So-
Louis LaBouche says, I'd like to buy rotary polisher tool only. I already have a DA. Well, good news. Our cord-free rotary polishers are out. And unlike the DA, the rotary has
Yep.
not sold out yet, as far as I know.
No.
So we still have some cord-free
But
rotary tools available on the website.
the tool only option is coming soon. So
Oh,
this
okay,
is the Quiver foam cannon, and I don't think I've ever done an unboxing. So let me box it back up here.
Ooh,
I've never
can you
done it.
tap your
I've never
nails
done
on
an
it? Do a little
unboxing.
ASMR, Ivan?
Yeah, no. So he's even got little instructions here how it works. That's great. You open the box up. You've got the safety instructions, the how to put it together, the contents, all that fun stuff. So manual. So Josh has done a great job on this. And so I am Josh V. If you follow Cars with Keeve, you should follow Josh V as well. They're both great guys. They both have the same sort of outlook on life, but just shows you how to assemble it, all that. Then you have some spare O-rings, always good to have. You have the almost indestructible bottle. Keeve tried, and he eventually managed to do it, but it's a great bottle. And then
blow molded bottom there. And then you have to put this little hose in. So I'll get Sylvie to open this up because I don't have a knife on me. So
Doing a live demo, unboxing. Is that the ultimate foam cannon for Incredible Suds, Ivan? Are you endorsing it already?
I'm endorsing it already because I've never tried it, but I know who Josh is and I know what Josh does, and I'm sure this is the greatest of all foam cannons. The Golf, yeah, the Golf.
Well, it's a perfect complement to our live only discount, which is 25% off Incredible Suds at DIYdetail.com, which I have on the banner below. And Ivan, if they're not Incredible Suds, folks, could they foam the rinseless wash from our mix and match wash clay and seal bundle also on sale right now? Could they foam a rinseless wash in that?
You can foam a rinseless wash, not the best use of it. So it comes with a 1.1 orifice and it comes with a 1.25 already installed in there. Don't know if you can see that.
Let me get rid of the wash clay seal bundle so we can. Let me get closer. I'm gonna put you big, and then we want you to. Okay.
Here, somebody's gonna hold on to it there. So it comes with the 1.25 orifice already installed, and it comes with the 1.1 right here, nice little baggie, and the this screws right on here. So assembling live. So there we go, nice and tight. The connector for the pressure washer is already there for the hose. Got a nice action to it. And it doesn't slip by itself. So when you set it somewhere, it's going to stay there. You can also turn it 90 degrees. So if you like your foam going left to right instead of up and down, you can do that. And again, it's nice and stiff, so it's not going to unravel on you as you're working it. It has the nice weighted ball, the nice, very flexible hose, and it has a filter down in there. And this just pops on here.
Ivan, have you ever thought about selling detailing products for a living? I'm entranced by whatever it is you're saying right now.
Well, yeah, selling detailing products, no, counseling detailing products, different.
No, I know what you mean.
Selling just for the fact of selling, and we've got a nice solid HDPE bottle. It has the markings on the side. It's got the Quiver logo and the name, and there we go. So this is waiting for Nick to foam the first car on Wednesday when he gets here.
Folks, what are you waiting for? Incredible Suds, DIYdetail.com. Maybe go over to the House of Rags, pick up a Quiver foam cannon. I don't know. I think that's where they sell it, right? Is that where they sell it?
Yeah, actually, it's exclusively House of Rags. Or actually, you can go to DTLLR Supply, which is Josh V's little distribution company in San Diego.
Well, David Graham, which I've never been there before, but it seems like he's got a great setup over in San Diego. Catching up on some of these comments, Ivan. We did a little demo. Yep. We're about 13 minutes behind. David says, I'm late on the feed. I'm wondering about the pad washer. Is there a date for the release? Also, when will the wax be back in stock?
So the wax should be back in our warehouse on Tuesday. It was shipped out of the manufacturer in Texas, so it's on the way. That being said, we have once it gets in stock, it has to be put through the system. So let's say it might be ready to ship on Wednesday.
Okay, so next week.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah, big headline. DIY Detail, show-winning wax. If you want that Carnauba glow, if you want that meditative fun, next week. That's all you got to wait for. It's almost here.
Yeah.
Rose Marin is asking, will you release a DIY Detail foam cannon?
Probably not. There are, really good alternatives on the market, like the Quiver. But at the same time, we're not an accessory company. You'll notice the accessories we have are stuff that most people don't have. And an example are our wheelbarrow brush. People look at our wheelbarrow brush and go, ooh, that old thing. Well, ooh, that old thing is actually probably the best barrel brush you can buy. It's a tan pico fiber that when it's dry, feels rough. It feels disgusting. It feels like it's going to scratch everything within 5 miles of it. But in reality, when you get it wet, it's a very soft, smooth brush. And Tampico brushes have been around for a long time. I'm a little old school, but also when you pull it out of the barrel, you don't get showered like some of those nylon brushes. So yeah, Sylvie just brought it here.
There Sylvie is. Look at this. You have an assistant? Come on.
Yes.
This is amazing.
So, well, it's always been Nick's dream to host on QVC. He was a prominent news anchor
but he never got to host on QEC. So this is as close as it gets, Nick.
Well, it
But
was
yeah,
always so
the-
serious, and it was like very depressing, right? You'd bring home
Yeah.
all these like sad stories with you, and you'd tell
Yeah.
yourself, when I put the shirt and tie on, I can
Yeah.
do anything. I'm a different person. I can talk to the grieving mother whose child just died, or I can meet someone on their worst day, and like with a lot of seriousness, I can really tell their story. And that's what we did. I think it is so much fun to just talk about detailing products and look
Yeah.
at that. This brush, I don't understand it, but it really doesn't splash back as much as a lot of the other ones does, Ivan.
No, it doesn't splash back. And yes, the fibers when they're dry feel horrendous, but as soon as you get them wet, they're nice and soft. So the accessories that we have are accessories that are very different. Our nylon green brush, or flag tip nylon brush. I was with Jamie the cleaner last week at his place in Louisiana, and he thought our brush was the same as every other green brush on the market. When he saw our brush, he freaked out. He said, no, it can't be. This is completely different. Yes,
Really?
it is. So, yeah, no, our
But
green
he said
brush,
that. I've just he's a
Yeah.
he's a connoisseur of the detail. He and Eddie know their products.
right. And when he saw our brush, and he's mentioned it in 3 or 4 shorts so far since then. So it very much for him, it was like a revelation that this brush is so different than the other green brushes he has. So
Well, Chris Cotton
when
just
we have an
wrote-
accessory, it's because it's different.
Right. Yeah, you're very intentional about that, Ivan. You know, and there's certain things we don't have, and that's for a reason, right? Incredible Suds sold out both sizes. Chris Cotton wrote that. I just checked DIYdetail.com. I'm having no problem putting that in my cart. So
Yeah.
as far as I can tell, we have Incredible Suds in stock, Chris. So I would enjoy the 25% off as this live stream continues. It won't
Yeah,
be
or-
25% off shortly.
Yeah, if it's not working for you, send an email to info@diydetail.com. Make sure it's timestamped, and make sure you send it before the end of this live, and our good friend Sam will take care of you.
Hey, what's the question here? Why does what's up with Kiev and tire shine, Ivan? Cars with Kiev? Not a fan of the tire shine?
So Keeve has never been a fan of tire dressings, and when we washed his Heidi, his BMW outside our bus at MTE, unbeknownst to him, I started putting tire shine on, and he's admitted that he actually likes it. So his idea of tire shine, I think he's stuck in the the 70s with the greasy slinging
Right.
oil-based tire shines or solvent-based tire shines. And when he saw ours, it's like, okay, this I could live with. Now, is he going to use tire shine going forward? Probably not. But that being said, he actually liked ours. So
Calvert asked a great question, and I can't see this plaque anymore. It's kind of hidden there by your hands, but he says, are we going to ceramic coat the plaque?
we could, yeah. I ceramic glossed it today. So
Oh, you did.
yeah, but
You might need a panel
eventually,
prep
yes.
first then.
Yeah, we have to panel prep and ceramic coat it. I've seen other channels do that, and sure, it's fun, but I don't think it's a necessity in our case. We know it's
Christian-
there, and we thank you for it.
Yeah, we're so grateful for everybody.
It's a big
It's
thing.
wild to me. If you'd have told us when we started this, whatever, officially 2.5 years ago,
Yeah.
or maybe it's almost 3 now, where we'd be, I'd have said that would have been my wildest dream. So sometimes things in life happen, and you don't even, you dream about them, and then it's like you kind of. Anyway, I'm waxing philosophical here. Christian says, now if you want crazy gloss, try ceramic gloss on that last rinse with a pressure washer. Spray as you rinse. Thank me later.
Ceramic gloss is never tried it that way.
So ceramic gloss as like a quick beads where you spray and rinse?
Oh, that could work. Now, what I really like is quick beads and then use ceramic gloss as a drying aid.
Yeah. I prefer that because the slickness is insane under your towel and then the gloss is like amplified. And
Yeah.
But hey,
But
detailers are
We'll
going
have to give that a try.
play around as they do.
Yeah.
They always do. All right, Dave asked a great question, and we have 184 people watching, so we're gonna keep it rolling
Wow.
here on this live
Thank you.
stream. Did not go down in views as the detail ended. Dave said, "How do you rate C6 Hydro, Hydro Light, and then the stack?" So these are probably like most popular. I mean, C6 Hydro is pro only. Hydro Lights are most expensive coating, and then the stack is our 8 and 5 year or 8 and 3 year duo with time in between. But how do you
Right,
rate them, Ivan? How do you recommend them? Like, give me an explanation.
Hydro will give you the best durability and the best hydrophobics, bar none. Hydro Light is very close behind in terms of the hydrophobics and durability. The stack is its own animal, and because of you're combining the two coatings. Excuse me, combining the two coatings on the surface. What happens with the stack is amazing, especially the 8-3 stack. The 5-3 stack will give you immense gloss and great slickness and all that. But the 8-3 stack, that gives you, it's a glow. It's a wax-like glow. I know we have a wax, just put a wax on, right? But it gives you that wax-like glow and it feels like velvet under your towel. It's just an amazing feeling. And when you're putting the 3-year into the 8-year, because you're not putting it on, you're putting it into, when you're putting that 3-year into the 8-year in that 2 to 8 hour or 2 to 8 hour period there, it is just an amazing feeling. It's like your applicator isn't even touching the paint. It's so smooth. So from a detailer's perspective, from an installer's perspective, I love the 8-3 stack. It's a lot of fun. As a professional, go with C6 Hydro because it's one and done, and it's going to give you a little better of everything. If Mike Kaufman is still here, he can comment. He has on one of the vehicles Hydro Light, and on the other vehicle Hydro. So he can give an accurate comparison of the two because the cars are in the same environment, same time.
I do want to bring some, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but Aflatun Besharam says, trying to buy from UK website, however, cannot see the discount. Hope it will be applied soon.
Yeah, so all of these lives only apply, and these discounts only apply to the USA. Even our friends in Canada, same thing. It doesn't apply there. If you're watching from Europe, if you're watching from the UK, from Japan, from Australia, unfortunately, they're only in the US because in the US you're buying through us. Everywhere else you're buying through distributors. And if you go to some of our distributors in the US, same deal. You won't find it there. But we're here for education. Yes, we like to give you a little, when we're doing a live, we like to give you a little bonus as we're doing it. But at the same time, our distributors are independent businesses, and they it's up to them whether they do it or not.
Absolutely. All right, we're gonna get into some interesting territory here with X6M Ghost and his question. Ivan, is there any bad blood with the rag company considering they used your sponge design for the new Chinese version of their rinseless sponge?
Not bad blood. It's it's business, and it was up to me to trademark the design, which I didn't do. So yes, they copied it, and also ADS recently copied it. But it's what it is. It's my fault. I'm not, I didn't trademark it. So.
Well, this time around with the cord-free polishers, the patent pending, I believe,
yes,
is being trademarked, hopefully, and so. But
yeah,
but I think the reality is, I think people buy from people. If you want to look at it from that perspective, like people know you're the godfather of the rinseless wash. I mean, they know you've been talking about this longer than a lot of people out there have been, detailing. So
yeah,
you know what you're getting with Ivan. It's constant innovation and analysis and just how can I make this better and more efficient, and that's how you work, Ivan.
Yeah, and Mobile Tech Expo recently, I hung out with the guys from TRC. There's no bad blood at all. It's just it's business. It is what it is.
Yep. All right, let's move on with another good question. Oh yeah, our January 1978 says, any reason why you guys don't create a website in Canada?
We have two great distributors in Canada, TOC Supplies, Carzilla. Actually, we have 3 now. The House of Rags as well. You can buy the DIY detail products. Yeah, houseofrags.ca. We're looking at doing something like that, but still using our distributors that are already there. Just they manage the website. So that's something that it's in the works eventually, but that takes time, that takes effort, and it takes if you've ever dealt with an IT team, you know that it takes time.
EJ Finn 2 says, do you have an ETA on the show winning Carnauba wax? We did just mention that probably
Wednesday
next week. Yeah, Wednesday next week. So
we'll say Thursday to be safe, but Wednesday it should be there.
Paul Caruso asks, because he probably actually watched the detail and we're that far behind on the comments. After the drying process, so we washed, we clayed, we dried the car behind us. After the drying process with ceramic gloss, how are you cleaning the drying towel?
So the very little amount of ceramic gloss I used, I'm not really that concerned. Now, if you wanted to, if you're concerned about it,
put it in your wash bucket, let it sit there for a little while. Now we have a secret weapon that we just started to use a couple months ago. And for years, I've been telling people, don't buy those special microfiber detergents. I've tried many of them. And to me, they just weren't worth it. You know, a good old free and clear detergent, liquid, never a powder, and a bit of vinegar in your washing machine, and that's as good as your towels will ever be. Then we tried Detail Co. Renaissance.
Is
Game
there any
over.
Renaissance that I can steal from Sylvie, by the way? Because I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, we have some here. So
Okay, great, good,
Sylvie,
okay.
Sylvie ordered a gallon,
Perfect.
you know, to have here in the shop.
Okay, so anyway, I interrupt you. DIY Detail Co. Renaissance. They're the microfiber detergent.
Yeah. So yeah, Detail Co. Renaissance is you know, we say game changer. It's not a game changer, but it's the only dedicated microfiber wash solution that has made me switch away from a free and clear and vinegar. All the other ones I tried were no better than the free and clear and vinegar. Renaissance is better. We had some towels here that, you know, the last time we were here, Sylvie tried it. She got a 16-ounce bottle and was blown away by it. So now she ordered a gallon. But, you know, the towels that we use in the shop, when we come to do videos, we do 4 or 5 videos a day for, you know, 10, 12 days. So, my lovely assistant.
Detail Co. Renaissance.
Her gallon of Renaissance. But anyways, we batch film. So we use the same drying towel on 10 cars. And, you know, not an issue. They're there, you know, they just keep rolling. Not a problem. And our towels don't get clogged. Now that
This is how far behind we are on comments. So yeah, Detail Co.
Yeah.
Renaissance, great for microfibers. Umberto says, if anyone needs a great example of why to point the pressure washer to the floor first, check Jason Otterness with Alan Metcalf. Alan placed the tip, didn't check it, pointed to the door, and bam. Honestly, you'd be surprised how some prominent detailers out there know this, and it still happens to them because you get to thinking, oh, that won't happen to me. I know what I'm doing. Boop. And sometimes you just hope it doesn't leave a ding. So listen to us. Don't do it. Hey, so Slow Disco 419 says, I've not received either of my cordless machines ordered in February. Send us an email. If we've made a mistake, we will take care of you. info@diydetail.com. Again, that's info@diydetail.com. Ivan, do you have any thoughts on anything on the polisher front right now? I know our DAs are sold out.
DAs are sold out. Rotary's not far behind, and our corded tools are on the water. So that's a great thing. Hopefully 4 weeks or so, they'll be back. So the corded tools will be back soon. The cord-free tools, it's going to be another, 10, 12 weeks before they get here. The order has been placed. We sold out again much faster than anyone could have ever thought. And I've been selling power tools in this industry for a long time. I know what sales volumes are like. And thanks to all of you, the sales volume on the cord-free tools was unexpected, to say the least. We thought we had
a big expenditure for people to buy a tool.
Yeah, right. And it's a big expenditure for us to warehouse them, because we have to buy them and then warehouse them. But we thought we had at least a 6-month supply, and we had 15 days.
Why don't you name some of our amazing distributors that might carry our cord-free tools? If folks want the DA, they cannot find them on DIYdetail.com. Where can they go?
So Detailed Image, Auto Forge, Car Supplies Warehouse. There's a good chance they have them in Canada. TOC Carzilla. I'm pretty sure they still have some in stock. And DIYdetailing.eu has some coming to the European Union.
Ooh, very exciting.
Yeah, be careful, or watch out for that. And I forget the name of the company, unfortunately, I'm very sorry, but in the Caucasian region, Georgia, Azerbaijan, our distributor there also has them on the way. And in Australia, you guys are lucky, Car Care Co. has them in stock.
That's awesome. I want to go to Australia one day. One day, like Ivan, tour the continent. Hey, Frankie Lepe says, question, DIY rinseless in a steamer or no?
You can. It does help the steamer a little bit, but honestly, having done the tests many times and having taught, thousands of people, a rinseless dampened towel on the interior does a faster, better job than a steamer. You're still going to be using the steamer for cracks and crevices, but don't try doing the whole panel with a steamer.
Yep. Can be dangerous. You can add a lot of moisture in there too.
Yeah.
With a steamer. Aflatun Besharam says, weird question. Any tips for cleaning the car in damp environments? I'm guessing this is Celsius. 0 to 5 degrees. I'm in the UK, so it's mostly like
Yeah.
this.
Rinseless wash panel by panel, and hope for the best. No, not hope for the best, but
Hope for
basically
the
what
best. Thanks,
yeah,
Alan.
no, it's just in a damp environment, it's very difficult to dry. So you don't really know the result because, especially if it's misty or foggy, you'll never get the panel dry. So that's when it comes down to being methodical and knowing your process and having it settled.
It might be worth noting that our sale is only good during this podcast for Incredible Suds. So I want to let
Yeah.
folks know, if you want 25% off Incredible Suds, I believe you have 15 minutes left. 25%
Yeah.
off is a very steep discount. We also have a slightly less aggressive discount, but still a great deal on the bundle Ivan used to wash, clay, and seal. And that is something you can find. Just go to the comments of the live video. It's pinned. It says click here for our wash, clay, seal bundle. And the more items in that bundle you get,
The bundle's
steeper
right
your
back
discount.
there. Yeah. So the bundle's
right
right back there. Yeah. So the bundle is the Diva drying towels, thanks to our friends at the House of Rags. You get rinseless wash, ceramic gloss, perforated synthetic decontamination towel, and the legacy sponge. Now, the ceramic gloss and the rinseless wash, you can actually do those in gallon form as well. So the saving happens. If you buy 2 products, you get 5% off 2 of the bundle. If you buy 3 products, you get 10% off. If you buy 4 or more, you get 15% off. So,
and your wonderful assistant has them there for you. I was just looking at that picture and I was thinking, because rinseless wash is a concentrate, because you need one spray of the ceramic gloss per panel, I guess you do one on your towel. I mean, those are going to last you forever. And then you'll wash 1,000 cars probably with the dang legacy sponge. That clay towel or decon towel will last you hundreds of cars. I mean, there's a lot of value in this wash, clay, seal bundle. You're not going to need much more than that for a long time.
No, I feel like I'm surrounded by products now. But anyways, yeah. So you get the ceramic gloss, rinseless wash, 3 of these Diva drying towels, the perforated synthetic decontamination towel, and the legacy sponge.
Okay. Back to the questions. We're here to help. JFarm13 says, any tips for cleaning carpet wheel liners? I spray for several minutes in the water, and then it never gets clean.
Yeah. So first thing, don't spray. Start by dry brushing. And if the wheel well liner is dry, you're getting a lot more dirt out of it dry brushing than you are wet. Because as soon as you're as soon as you put moisture in there, you end up with mud. And dry dirt is easier to get out than mud.
Amen to that. Great question. Viseth Lang says, when will more products be available on Amazon?
We're working on that. And Amazon, the convenience of Amazon is there, but if you look at the pricing, the people think shipping is free on Amazon. It is not free. So if you look at, if you go to one of our distributors, you look at the prices there, or our website, you look at the prices there, and you look at the prices on Amazon, you'll find that there is a price difference and it's more expensive on Amazon.
Yeah, nothing is free, folks. Mike Baletti says, what is the safest way to remove minerals from the ceramic coating if you have water spots in etching?
So if you have etching, unfortunately, it's too far gone. But try the water spot remover first. If the water spot remover, it will take the minerals away. The etching is because they've been sitting on there way too long. Water spots, if you get water spots on Monday and you wash it on Friday, they haven't had time to etch yet. Etching takes time. That being said, if that is the case, you can use app with the red pad on a short stroke machine. So just like how we apply app, you can also give the little extra gloss back. And Nick, we'll use your ninja skills here. See if you can find a link to that video. We did a video, I think it's entitled Polishing a Coating. And it was
a
just
recent video.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. It's on a black SRT8 that we coated 2 years ago, and now brought it back to refresh it because it accidentally went through a car wash a couple times. So
the video Ivan's talking about actually came out 2 days ago, sir, not 2 weeks ago, or not last week. So anyway, I'm gonna put a link to that video. Polish a coating. I'm copying. I'm pasting. Boom.
Yeah.
That's the polish a coating video.
Okay, 2 days ago. Well, there you go.
I forgive my.
We
I
fi-
missed some words.
we
in
filmed
there.
it a
I'm trying
while
to
ago.
talk
Yeah.
and type at the same time. Hey, David Graham watched the video. Said I really like the keg sprayer you use. Was wondering where I could get one of those.
So the detailguide.biz, I believe, is the his website. What we'll do is in the description of this video. So once we're done this video, in the description below, you'll be able to find a link to the keg. And again, we're going to be wrapping this up in a few minutes.
Yeah, we got 10
If
minutes
there's
left for 25% off on Incredible Suds. By the way, just you got 10 minutes. 25% off is a big discount. So
Right.
just saying.
Now, if there's any questions that we missed, or if you're watching this in the future, by all means, leave your questions down in the comments below. We'll be happy to go and answer. Now, the live chat in 10 minutes goes away, meaning that we don't have access to and we can't answer those questions. But if we didn't answer your question, please, first of all, thank you for asking the question. And it's been a little busy, but what we'll do, go down to the comments, put your question there. You're guaranteed it will be answered. We answer absolutely every comment that we get on YouTube.
We do. Calvert Schmood said, but it's kind of fun to have him brought up in a live conversation. So I really appreciate you doing that. And
Yeah.
Calvert says DIY detail on Shark Tank. And early on, I pushed for that. But, you have to seed some of the company to someone else. And we've got a good thing going on here, Ivan. What do you think about trying to get on a Shark Tank? Because I could see you with a test panel and Mark Cuban and that whole gang like selling Rinseless wash and blowing their minds.
If we only had one product, like let's say, the legacy sponge or the decontamination towel, that might be a good avenue. For us, we're past that point. We're too big for the Shark Tank now. The speed at which we've grown, and honestly, I don't think we could have grown faster with their help. We might have got an instantaneous boost going on the channel, but after that, our growth has been unprecedented in this industry, and we have all of you to thank for that. But that being said, I don't think I could have taken faster growth. And
Right.
same with all the companies that produce the products for us. We've had to change some manufacturers because the original manufacturer couldn't keep up to the growth. So that is it's a great problem to have, but it is a problem. We don't like being out of stock of products. We're, back in the beginning, we'd be out of stock on a lot of things all the time. Now, we're down to one or two things. We're out of stock on the wax at the moment that should be taken care of Thursday. And that brings all our chemicals in stock. And the towels and the polishers, unfortunately, you guys buy way more than any of us could have ever predicted. So, we're boosting the inventory there and getting more and more inventory every time. And hopefully one day we'll catch up.
All right, 8 minutes left to save 25% off Incredible Suds. Good only for this live stream. I'm going to make sure y'all know this until it's over. Will BB says, would 8-year be best for gel coat nose of fifth wheel?
Yes.
8-year ceramic coating. Okay.
Yeah. On gel coat, the 8-year is a great product.
Becca
And
Green,
we have the DIY. So depending on when you want to do it, midsummer, we should have the DIY agricultural coating coming out, which is designed to go on gel coat, etc.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Yeah.
Great news for everybody. Becca Green, who has, very expensive, equipment or vehicles or whatever with gel coat, boats, RVs. Becca Green says, she's asking about a tire coating. What's the ETA for a tire coating?
In development and probably still another year. Our R&D process is a little longer than most. Because we don't only test in our own backyard, we send samples around the world to be tested. So we have a crew of testers around the world that are testing this in their environments as well. Because it's great that it works in Omaha, Nebraska, but what about in Adelaide, Australia, or in Saudi Arabia, or in Europe, or in Louisiana in the swamp? Shout out to Jamie. Or in Florida where you've got that extreme humidity, or in Arizona where it's super dry. So we do have testers. They've been with us since the beginning. They're bound by NDAs, and we're bound by NDAs to them. That's why we never mention their names. But they're there. They help us out, and they give us feedback, and we have to adjust formulas because we don't want to have a formula for this part of this the world and another formula for another part of the world. We want it to work everywhere.
Your answers are verbose, and they are not conducive to getting these all done, Ivan, but I
No,
appreciate
no,
you.
I know.
Bakken says
Go.
I put the A3 stack on my white CX90. Always get comments on it and questions about what I use on it, so I love to hear that. AceFire07 says, if you were to do a wash, clay, and seal, including quick beads, where would you slot in quick beads? Chemical, rinse, chemical?
If you wanted to do that, then the quick beads you can use the quick beads as just as I use ceramic gloss.
Just right at the end.
Yeah. Well, no,
Ray Conley's-
as your lube for the PSD towel.
Yeah, right at the, I guess right at the end. But he mentioned chemical, rinse, chemicals. Like, that's for your rinseless wash. And then
Yeah.
after the wash with the legacy sponge and the rinseless, then it's your last spray and decon step. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick,
Now, if
my
you're
brain's
doing
a
it
little
with
foggy.
Incredible Suds, that's on sale right now, 25% off for another 5 minutes. But anyways, if you were doing it with Incredible Suds, then you would rinse. You could, rinse or foam, rinse, foam, do your contact wash, rinse that off, put quick beads on, and then either with quick beads or ceramic gloss, do the decontamination and dry it off.
So it sounds like it's more efficient to do the wash, clay, seal method with rinseless, because that seems like an extra
Yeah.
step to have to put the quick beads on and then clay and then
Yeah. 100%. If you're doing
You have
this
to
for
rinse,
a living,
right?
yeah,
Or-
if you're doing this for a living, the wash, clay, seal is a rinseless process. It is
Yes.
not a soap process.
Okay. Rick did ask this question. I've got a customer wanting a 36-foot enclosed car trailer, wash, clay, and sealed. What would y'all charge mobile 35 minutes out?
I'd be somewhere around $400 to $500.
Man, getting that question from Ivan answered is just it's a gift, everybody. It's a gift. There's only one Ivan. Eduardo Guzman Laulen. For a polisher beginner, which polisher would you recommend? DA or rotary? I already got my A3 stack, but I can't apply it yet.
If you need a lot of cut, go with the DA. If you're just wanting to gloss and do enhancements, go with the rotary. Now, they both will cut, they both will finish, but that's my preference. And it really does come down to a preference, nothing more.
Home Expert Auto Detailing says putting C6 Diamond on an Alfa Romeo tomorrow. Excited about that.
Cool.
Excellent,
One of our
Home Expert.
C6 installers. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
And last little thing about C6. Today, C6 Agro is launched. It's available to C6 installers. If you're not a C6 installer, please go to c6ceramics.com, click the link. You'll get the information there to fill out to be an installer. It's one of the easiest coatings you'll ever install. Great customer experience, great coating experience, and we're there to support you. There's coaching involved. There's, everything is there to help you succeed as a detailer.
Ivan, we have 3 minutes left for your 25% discount. So if you want Incredible Suds at 25% off, the Wash Clay Seal bundle, it's in the comments. It's pinned there. You can see it. Go find that. That's good for the next week. But this 25% off Incredible Suds ends at 6 p.m. Eastern, so that's about 2 minutes away now. Just want to give folks a final heads up on that. There's a lot of questions we're not going to be able to answer. So if you didn't get them answered live, leave them in the comment section of the actual video, and they will get answered. Ivan, do you want to talk about tariffs? Do you want to talk about the 25 millimeter DA? Do you want to say anything about temperature when washing? We got questions like left and right.
So tariffs, we don't know what's happening. No one knows what's happening. So we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Most of our products are made in the USA, so we won't be affected that much in terms of our domestic market, but people that are buying in other parts of the world, there might be tariffs imposed by your governments as retaliatory things. So we'll leave it at that. That being said, the other items, what were they, Nick?
Let's get to
25 millimeter DA. Yeah, so 25 millimeter DA in my testing over the years, and also from other people that have tried it, it'll cut faster, it'll be smoother, and less chance of microwiring.
And then let's end with this one because it's a great one. It's a practical thing that a lot of folks may run into if they're trigger happy with quick beads. What's the best way to remove streaking? I mean, what happens with quick beads? Why are they trigger happy? How do we recommend using it? Let's end there, Ivan.
Yeah, so less is more. You're spreading it with your pressure washer. You don't need to get it everywhere in the panel. If you did use too much and you got streaking, very easy.
take a nice towel that you like, that you know is safe with paint, spray a little bit on the towel, rub it into the surface, your streaking is gone.
We've got about 40 seconds left to save 25% off Incredible Suds, Ivan. If folks are watching this later on, let's just go over our Wash Clay Seal bundle. I mean, the live's going to go a little bit over 2 hours, but I think the Incredible Suds discount automatically cuts off at 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's just talk about our last bundle for the next week if folks are still thinking about on the fence, you know, getting what they saw you do in this video.
Yeah, Rinseless wash, your choice of gallon or 16 ounce. Ceramic gloss, your choice of gallon or 16 ounce. A legacy wash sponge, a perforated synthetic decontamination towel, and a 3-pack of the Diva drying towels from our friends at the House of Rags.
And thanks to everybody for watching this video. I had fun with it. The live shopping, the giving a lot of information out and showing the value, watching Ivan wash clay seal in about 40 to maybe 42 minutes, depending on the comments. Any final thoughts, Mr. Lacroix?
Yeah, detailing should be fun. Have fun, enjoy it, and don't stress about it. Don't overthink it. It's just make your car clean, make it shine, and enjoy.
And put in the comments below, not in the live, but in the actual comments of the video, what videos you want us to make. I'm getting on a plane in a few days to join Ivan, and what I imagine is perfect weather in Omaha, Nebraska. It's always sunny in Omaha, isn't it?
It's pouring rain right now, and it's about 50 degrees. So yeah, it's perfect weather if you're a duck.
Perfect weather. It's right behind Hawaii, is the world's top vacation destination in the wintertime.
Well, this morning it was like 75 and sunny. So yeah.
No, I heard it's getting warmer there.
Yeah, but the rest of this week we're supposed to freeze. So
okay,
you'll be arriving during freezing temperatures.
Perfect. All right, everybody, have an amazing weekend, and we'll see y'all soon.
Thank you.